Have you ever wondered if there's more to life than what we see? Have you ever questioned the very nature of your existence, of who you are? What if everything you thought you knew about life, about who you are, is completely wrong? Today we're delving deep into one of the most profound and transformative topics you could ever explore, the shocking truth about life and death. This truth will challenge everything you've ever believed about your existence and what happens when we pass from this world. The concept of life and death has puzzled humanity for centuries. We've been conditioned to believe in certain truths, but today, we're going to unravel them. And as we journey through this understanding, you're going to discover something profound about yourself, something that could change the way you live and the way you look at life and death. Before we dive into this deep exploration, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. You won't want to miss the incredible insights we'll be unpacking today. Let's get started. The nature of reality. You are not just your body. Let's start by addressing the most fundamental misconception about who you are. You are not your body. We are constantly taught from a young age to identify ourselves with our physical body, our name, our appearance, and our possessions. The world around us reinforces this identity. What you wear, what you do, who you know, and where you live all serve to define you. But what if I told you that this isn't the true essence of who you are? Throughout history, many great philosophers and spiritual leaders have understood that the physical body is not who we really are. It's simply a vessel, a temporary house for the true essence that lies within. In fact, some of the world's oldest teachings, from the Vedic texts in India to ancient Greek philosophy, emphasize that our true nature is not bound by the body. The body is just a tool, a vehicle for experiencing the world. If we take a deeper dive into the nature of reality, we see that everything in this physical world is energy, vibration, and frequency. Quantum physics has proven that at the most fundamental level, everything, including you, is made up of tiny vibrating particles. The solid world around us, including our bodies, is an illusion created by our senses and mind. At the deepest level, you are not the flesh that you see in the mirror every day. You are the awareness, the consciousness that perceives the body. The true you is infinite and timeless. This truth challenges our conventional understanding of who we are, but it also sets the stage for a profound understanding of life and death. Death as an illusion. What if death isn't the end? Now, let's discuss death. For many, the thought of death can invoke fear, sadness, and uncertainty. The idea that our time on Earth is limited, this one life that we have, is one of the most powerful forces driving human behavior. We fear that when we die, we cease to exist. But what if death isn't the end? What if everything we've been told about death is a misunderstanding? What if, in reality, death is simply a transition, like the changing of seasons in the eternal cycle of life? Numerous philosophical and spiritual traditions have taught that death is not the end of life, but a shift into a different state of being. In Hinduism and Buddhism, for example, death is seen as part of a continuous cycle of reincarnation. The soul is not destroyed. It merely transitions from one form to another, learning and growing through various lifetimes. Even modern science supports this idea. Though we don't yet fully understand the nature of consciousness, evidence from near-death experiences, NDEs, suggests that consciousness might exist beyond the physical body. People who have experienced NDEs often describe vivid, life-changing encounters with light, visions of loved ones, or an overwhelming sense of peace and love, all of which point to the idea that consciousness persists after death. This is a powerful realization. You are more than just your physical body. The essence of who you are, the consciousness within, does not die when your body ceases to function. In fact, consciousness may be eternal, something that continues to exist long after your body has returned to the earth. The soul and its journey, the continuity of consciousness. Let's delve deeper into this idea by talking about the soul. If death is not the end, then what happens to the soul? What is this eternal part of us that outlives the body? The concept of the soul is found in almost every spiritual tradition. In Christianity, the soul is seen as the immortal part of a person, created by God and destined for an eternal existence. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the soul is a part of the larger divine energy, experiencing countless cycles of reincarnation. These spiritual systems all point to the same truth. You are more than just your body. You are a soul on a journey through multiple lifetimes. Your soul is not limited to your current incarnation. It has been around long before you were born and will continue after you pass. The soul's journey is about growth, learning, and evolving. Every life you live is an opportunity for your soul to learn lessons, acquire wisdom, and move closer to understanding its true nature. But here's the intriguing part. Many of us don't remember the journey our soul has been on. Why is that? Some spiritual teachings suggest that the soul chooses to forget its past lives in order to experience the world with a fresh perspective. This process, known as spiritual amnesia, helps the soul learn new lessons without being overly influenced by its past. However, as you begin to awaken to the truth of who you really are, your soul's wisdom starts to emerge. You begin to recognize patterns in your life that transcend time and space, and you start to understand that you are part of a much larger story, a story that stretches beyond the confines of a single lifetime. Life is a dream, awareness beyond the illusion. Now that we understand the true nature of who we are, let's examine the world we live in. What if everything around you, the people, the events, the places, are not as real as you think? This idea is not new. Ancient traditions, especially in Eastern philosophy, have long taught that life itself is an illusion. In Hinduism, this illusion is called Maya. The physical world, according to this view, is not the ultimate reality. It is temporary and fleeting, a creation of the mind designed to offer the soul opportunities for growth. This concept can be compared to the experience of a dream. In a dream, we believe that what we see and experience is real. Yet, upon waking, we realize it was just a creation of our mind. Life may be similar. The experiences we have, the challenges we face, and the relationships we form may be real in a relative sense, but they are not the absolute truth. The more we awaken to this truth, the more we can see life for what it truly is, a temporary, illusory experience designed to help our soul grow and evolve. We are not bound by the limitations of the physical world. Instead, we are the awareness that experiences this world, the shift in perspective. How to live without fear of death. Understanding that life and death are illusions doesn't mean we stop living. In fact, it gives us an entirely new perspective on how to live. If we are not our bodies, and if death is not the end, then how should we approach life? First and foremost, we begin to live with the knowledge that we are eternal. Life becomes a journey of learning, experiencing, and growing, rather than a race against time. With this understanding, the fear of death fades away, allowing us to embrace each moment more fully. Living without the fear of death also means living with purpose. We stop getting lost in the trivial things and start focusing on what really matters: our relationships, our growth, and our connection to the divine. We realize that the purpose of life is not to accumulate wealth or possessions, but to cultivate wisdom, love, and peace. When we understand that we are souls on a journey, we begin to see life as an opportunity to make a difference, to grow, learn, and become better versions of ourselves. This is the essence of living without fear, living in alignment with your true nature, knowing that you are a part of something greater than yourself. Let's revisit the key idea of today's video. You are not who you think you are. You are not your body, and you are not your mind. You are consciousness itself, eternal and unchanging. Life and death are simply part of the same cycle, a transition from one state of being to another. Once you realize this, everything changes. You are no longer afraid of death because you understand that it's not the end. You begin to live fully, in alignment with your soul's purpose, experiencing life as the beautiful journey that it is. I hope this video has helped you see life and death in a new light. If it has, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your journey of awakening is just beginning. Thank you for watching, and remember, life is not as it seems.